Hello everyone and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where today we're looking for an item, which, funny enough, the next item on my list is a metronome. I have no idea, here it is, I have no idea why. I think what happened is that I'm so used to not picking up the metronome that I just walked past it and I never realized I had never picked it up in this in this session, in this file. And according to my notes, it's on wooden chest, which I don't have unlocked, and then the crane game and the treasure room. So going for treasure, basically if we can find a crane, definitely play it. And we're gonna do Tainted Lilith, which we don't have much left. We're gonna try to go for Mother and see what we can do. And yeah. Oh, I had Eden's Blessing. One of the worst items. It goes from me as well. I mean, it's a bad item if you most of the time, but it can get good, like if you have a brimstone or something crazy. I mean, it's not terrible. I think it can be worse. Soul of Lilith. Beautiful. That's permanent as well. Nice. This is just as bad. I mean, it can be better, but I'm kind of liking the whole thing with this. And also it brings it back automatically, so I shoot this. If I do this, the baby comes back and then I shoot it again automatically, instead of doing this the whole time. Cool. So we're going for treasure and try to find crane games. So probably walk into arcades, stuff like that. Gonna give me soul hearts. We haven't seen a single key. Let's see if we can find one. So we can already go. Nice. Nice. I'm playing some games recently. I've been getting back on Blasphemous, which I hadn't played in a while, which I really like. Blasphemous 2, wonderful game. And I also, in my off time, I had some time and I tried to get all the achievements on another one of the games I had played here. Like, mostly what I do here is I play through a game, go to the credits, and then I just say, okay, in my own time I'm gonna go after the achievements if I care about the game enough, or like if it's easy to do, and if it's on Steam, basically, because the ones on Epic I don't really feel compelled to go for the achievements. Don't know why. Okay, this could have been metronome, so just wasn't. And the other day I saw that in Neurodiver, the second one. So wait, what's the first one called? Oh my god. What's the first game called? Read Only Memories. That's the one, but I can't remember the numbers. 2064. 2064 Read Only Memories, and the second game is Read Only Memories Neurodiver, which I played recently, which was fun. It was a cool game. Nothing like insane. It was just a great game. It was a good game, I would say. Not great. And I did like it, and I saw that I only had 2 achievements left. Oh, this is interesting. And I said, well, let's do it. I had to pick up a single item in the middle of an investigation. and I had to make a decision in that same investigation, right? And I thought, cool, that's gonna take 5 minutes. But then I found two things that are really annoying, which I really don't understand. If you make like a visual novel type of game, wait, what am I waiting for, looking for? Nothing really, right? I want to take this. 11, well. Two things that I didn't love, that I really didn't understand. One of them is that... Wait, do I want to go in here? I always ask the same thing. I don't know how much health I have, probably not. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, two things. First, the game doesn't have a chapter selection, which is really dumb because it's like a relatively short game with like 5 or 6 chapters, and there's no chapter selection. So if you want to do something specific, like they have achievements that are specific to parts of the game, you just have to play through the whole thing from the beginning. Luckily enough, it was like I think the third chapter or so. It was probably epilogue 1, 2, and 3, and I needed to do it in the third one. So I thought, well, it's whatever, you know, I can just skip through the whole thing, and when I get to the decisions, I'll just make them. When I get to the item, I'll just pick it up, right? But what happened is that not only did I have to start the game from the beginning, there's no skip. There's no button to skip through text you've already seen, or text in general, which I found so stupid, honestly. I was really amazed at that. Like when I'm playing like the Somnium Files, I sometimes right click when I should left click, and then it skips through text I don't want to skip through. But just knowing that there's an option, I'll take like making a mistake every once in a while. I'd rather be able to make a mistake but have the choice to actually go through. Okay, if I get a bomb, that's enough. You need to be able to skip text if you want people to be like compelled to complete your game, like to get 100%. I did eventually get it, but basically I had to spend like, I don't know, half an hour maybe just clicking through the text. Needed to let it show up, click for it to show up, click again to skip it every time. Ugh. Okay, we can reroll this. And I was... Oh, I forgot. I thought it was the active. I'm dumb. I shouldn't have picked it up. But maybe it's one of those that I always leave behind that I just hadn't picked up, so it's good to take it, I guess. So same thing doesn't happen as with Metronome. Yeah. Yeah, so I had to sit through the game in a really boring way. Like, even if it's the most compelling story in a video game, which is not, just sitting through, having to click through the whole story, like if you don't want to read every single dialogue again, it's gonna be boring. Like it's only boring. Like there's no there's no way around it, honestly. So I was pretty amazed at that. I was like, how can this be? Like, thank goodness I only have 2 achievements and they're not too far into the game, because if they were, then I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have gotten the 100%. I think it took me like less than an hour maybe, so it wasn't that terrible, but it was just a chore, a full-on chore, not fun at all. I wasn't even, by the point I got to the different choice that I had to make, that's like, if you know about the game, it's like when you decide to or not to delete Tomcat's memories about what she saw from the place that you work at. During the gameplay, I had decided not to delete her memories. Probably take this. I don't know why. Probably gonna lose it, but might as well. I don't have bombs. You could take these just with a loss. I can take the bomb. Yeah. So I had chosen not to delete her memories. Like, it was heavily implied that your character didn't want to do it, so it just makes sense not to. And I didn't. And then what I had to do for the other achievement, which you get 1 for each choice, so you can't really get every achievement on a single playthrough, which is what makes it crazier that you were not able to just skip through the text, because you are required to play through the game twice almost a whole game if you want to get every achievement. At least for that one. I think that's the only one that really you had to play through, because the one grabbing the item was missable, but it was also something you can do. Yeah, so anyway, I just did the other choice, which was deleting her memories, and they just get angry and then kick you out basically. But at that point I wasn't even interested, like I didn't even want to hear what they had to say. Like I read through it quickly, but like I was like, I'm so not compelled to check this out, and I should be, the reason to do the achievement should be so people are like, okay, I want to see what would have happened if I hadn't deleted their memories. But yeah, just the whole thing, having to sit like half an hour clicking through yes, it just makes it super annoying, honestly. And that was really sad, because it was a fine game that was a pretty good length. It wasn't a long game by any means, but having to do that was really annoying. There's something in my gamer brain that sort of pushed me to get the rest of the achievements, which were just 2. And I do want to do it in the first game as well, but I think the same thing is going to happen. At least in that one there are more achievements, so it makes more sense to have to sit through more of the game. But yeah, careful. Okay, so yeah, that was kind of unfortunate, in my opinion. Do we know what the boss is? I don't think so, right? But anyway, I did that. I finished the game, I uninstalled it, and that's it. I forgot about it. Still, I have to say, like, a single playthrough, like the first playthrough was fine, was good. I enjoyed it, and it's uploaded as well if you want to check it out. But just that decision, or sort of, maybe it wasn't that much of a conscious decision, but more like, oh yeah, I did the, what's that, the, oh, it was a poop guy. I thought it was the worm, but the worm I did on the previous floor. So the poop guy I can easily do with the lost, so I'm just gonna go do it for a single item. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where people making games, they just don't have a choice because of timing or like budget issues. But if you make a visual novel, like, what can I say? Like, it has to have a choice, an option to skip through the game. Like, to skip through, not the game, but like skip through dialogue, at least dialogue that you have already seen. Like, if you play visual novels, you would know that there are many visual novels that just don't give you the option to skip unless it's text you have already seen, which I think it's valid. I like it when there's an option to just skip through the whole time, which I never use. It's just good to know that it's there. Like, for example, the Somnium files, the first one, used to crash a bunch, like in most Somnia, I should say, like the dream sequences. And when they did, I just had to go through and restart the Somnia. But there was a button that I could just press, and it would skip through the whole thing, even speed up the animations for parts that were not text. So I could just get back to where I needed to be in like 15 seconds, right? So that's something that this game was really missing, and I think big games like the Somnium files, if it didn't have that option, I know I wouldn't go back to play through the game to get the achievements. I have it there, the game. I have completed it. I'm playing to the second one, and I know I'm gonna get the achievements for the first one sooner rather than later, just because I can skip through the parts that I have. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen, dude. I was there, and I thought, well, if I release the baby, maybe she's gonna... Exactly what happened. Cool, we can take this at least. I already have the first half, so just go. But yeah, that was really annoying. Just something I've been thinking about. And the Somnium files, well, you know, it's made by... I honestly don't know who Neurodiver is made by. Like, I don't know if they've made other games other than the first read-only memories that's like actually famous. I could check that out actually. Oh, come on. Let's see. Now that we're here, no one's watching, so we're chilling. Store page. Oh, I got a really cool bug on Steam. Nice. So it's made by Midboss. Yeah, true. And they made... it looks like they made like another visual novel, and that's about it. Couple visual novels. Mixed reviews. Some positive reviews. Okay, but I feel like the oh, I'm somewhere else. Wait, I'm not a. Oh, so I guess Midboss changed name. Oh, that's dumb. Because I click on Midboss and it takes me to something else. Chorus Worldwide. But 2064 doesn't show up here. Does it? No, it doesn't. What's up with Midboss? Yeah, there it is. Works. I guess it took me to the publisher or something. Read-only memories, Neurodiver, Kitsune Tales, 3 Days to Chicago. More read-only memory stuff. So, truth is, they've done read-only memories and Neurodiver, which came out in 2023, and not much else. So I understand if they're not that like experienced in visual novels, but it just has. You have to believe that someone must have told them like, you need a skip button, right, and stuff like that. I don't think it's like a tiny thing that I'm complaining about. Like, I don't think it's like trying to go for a detail and complaining for no reason. I think it's a huge deal that doesn't have one, and it kind of saves itself because it's not as long. But even if it was like 2 pages of text, it should have a skip button if they have achievements that want to make the game more replayable. Maybe they want people to spend more time in the game, but just what they get is people dropping the game. You know. Oh, we could get hearts maybe. We're not in a rush. We already did boss rush and hush. So yeah, I was really amazed by that. Honestly, the whole time I was clicking through the game, I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? But thankfully, it was just not much at all. But then the thing is, right? If it's the first visual novel you play, maybe it's cool, and if it's older, you can like give it a pass. But it's like from 2023, man. You know, you can't like. There's no like the people who made that game have to have played a bunch of visual novels. Have to have completed them. So I don't know. It just blew my mind. And playing through either Somnium Files, which is made by people who made Danganronpa. So if you're looking for experience, they're definitely the people to look at. And the skip is perfect. The fact that it crashed wasn't very fun, honestly. I don't know what it could be related to. I didn't have trouble with Danganronpa games, and in the second game so far I haven't had any trouble, even though I played like 2 hours. But the fact that there's a skip and it works so well, and there's a chapter selection and they're like branching paths, but because of the way it's organized, you don't really get that confused, and you can jump back and forth. It's chill, and even if it crashes, you know that it's gonna be fine because you can just quickly go back to where you were. So it's small stuff like that, like what I would call quality of life. I mean, not what I would call, what it's called quality of life, like improvements to a game. I really, really appreciate. Okay. Scaldana. This is the one that... No, it's not the one I thought. Wait. Yeah, Chain of Tears. What happened with the Chain of Tears? Does it not work with the fetus? That's unfortunate. Although, to be fair, you can tell they have improved from... oh, now we have the tiers. It was just there need to be enemies. Like, to be fair, you can tell they have improved from the previous game to the second. But just not enough. Not because I expected better graphics or better story or stuff like that, it's just needed stuff that had to be there, right? I'm talking too much about this, it's not that big of a deal. We'll see how I feel about this when I try to complete the first one, because I have more achievements missing. I'm not sure how many, but quite a few, I think. 2064, yeah, I have 25 out of 64. That's a bunch, and most of them are just like making specific choices. You can get them with a walkthrough, and I think because of the characters and because of the story, I think it's gonna be fun to just see what the other options are, what differences it makes in the story. But with Neurodiver, it just I couldn't care. Don't get me wrong, it's still a game I liked, and it's still a fine game, but yeah, that's it. They messed up. Let's just go. I want to get a cool like tier improvement, so I can, or tier modifier, so I can really deal some damage with this guy. Okay. Let's see what we can get here. Okay, if we can get conjoined, that's very nice. Let me blow my nose real quick. Yeah. Cool. This is minus 1, so we just go down. Okay. And another thing that I really liked, I'm liking so far, if it is how I think it is a choice they made in either Somnium Files 2, so Nirvana Initiative, which is that in the previous game, what happened in Insomnia is that, so as I said, like there are branching paths in the flowchart, so you can make a choice during one of the gameplay sections, and you can basically change the course of the story and go to like an alternate reality where things happen differently. Different people die, different stuff happens, there are different repercussions, you learn different things as well that you can then use in the main path, or like the true ending, which is really cool. And I think they managed to improve a wonderful system like that in a way that I wasn't expecting, which was locking some paths through knowledge. They did in a way in the previous game that you couldn't get to the true ending at the beginning because you needed first to go through the main, let's say like the ending for each of the characters, and then the true ending is like every character's ending, something like that. And even there was an ending that you needed before the true ending, which was like the ending in which everyone dies, which is a wonderful thing to have. Which is like the worst ending, but at the same time the one in which you learn the most, which is pretty cool. Do I want to keep this? I feel like this could come in really handy at some point. If I get good tiers, I can become really strong just because of that item. But this guy's gonna shoot the whole time, and they're homing as well, so I don't know. So yeah, you had that in the first game, but it was just like, if you did like I did, which I went straight through one of the paths that were locked. I just see something I couldn't understand at all, and then I had to play through. Let's pick this just because, yeah, it can't be what I'm looking for. So I had to go through many hours of gameplay, checking out different things to finally be able to play through it and understand what was going on. And that's fine, and I think that was a great system. But what they did in the second game is, well, it's awesome. It's something I had never seen before, which is that when the path is about to branch out, they ask you a question, and like in one of the first Somnium, they say like the identity of the killer, which is something that obviously you don't know because the whole game is a murder mystery, right? And it's like a serial killer. You have no idea who it is, and then in the first branching path, to like, just tell me the name of the killer, right? And you're like, what? I have no idea, and that's fine because it's like, if you had the knowledge, you would be able to go through, but since you don't, and that's intended, you just go through one path, and once you know the name of the killer, you can come back and do it. I don't know. I just find that maybe it sounds dumb, but to me, it's a wonderful choice that they made. I don't think crawl spaces can show up here, can they? So let's destroy stuff, but there's not much of a point, maybe. Anyways, yeah, so I really, really like that, and I really appreciate that. Hopefully there's more of that in the rest of the game. I'm gonna keep playing it soon, hopefully. Gonna try to unravel the mystery. I also checked out how long it's supposed to be. Apparently it's like very similar to the first one, maybe a bit longer. And I think the first one took me like 23 episodes, so like maybe over 25 hours, because some of the last ones were a bit longer. But yeah, it's a wonderful length of time, if it's a game you like, of course. And I like it. And it makes me really, really want to go back and play Danganronpa, dude. I think I've talked about this at some point, but like, I played the first 3 Danganronpa games. So I played through Danganronpa 1, Danganronpa 2, and Danganronpa another episode, Ultra Spirit Girls. And I completed them 100% like many years ago, but still. Although I think somewhat recently I replayed the first one, and I just love those games. I would love to share it with you. But the thing is, when I was in high school, so when I was playing through the games, and it was when the oh no, I'm thinking university already. So a few years ago, even let me think. Yeah, it was when the anime was coming out. The what was it called? Like Future Arc and Despair Arc, was it? They talk about like the remnants of despair, stuff like that. I don't really remember much about it, but what I do remember is that I was playing through Danganronpa V3, which is the third like main game, and at some point I dropped it. I guess I was studying. I didn't really have time for it or something. But basically, what happened was that the third game I never finished, which makes me really excited to like say go back from the first game and try to beat them all here. That would be so fun, I think. I hope you want to see that as well. I never thought really. Oh, so yeah, this one's quality 4 for some reason. Well, it does give me flight. Coming Conception, I mean Immaculate Conception is pretty cool as well. I never feel like this is as strong as it should be. I don't know, but I get flight, so I'll take it. And does this reset the room again? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so I get another reward. 1 coin. Cool. Let's see if we can get some health, because we're gonna spend some on the door. Already have the full knife, so let's just go. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, Danganronpa, definitely one of the games I what I play. So what I was gonna say is that I haven't really thought about what sort of channel I want to be, or like what sort of content I want to upload. It's just like an excuse to go through my backlog and enjoy games I wanted to enjoy for a really long time, because I love video games, and I realized for the longest time, even though I had free time, I wasn't really playing many video games. And that was annoying me, because it's what I enjoy the most. It's like, for me, the best form of entertainment to me. And I just wanted to enjoy it. So here I am. But because I played either Somnium Files, I'm thinking I just want to go back to Danganronpa, play games. But I do sort of choose my games randomly from the games I have. So we'll see when that comes up. When the time comes, we're gonna play some Danganronpa, I think. Definitely gonna enjoy it. I want to play through them all again. It's just very nice. And the Danganronpa games have something that I remember clearly, which I really appreciate. Oh, conjoined. Which I really appreciate is that getting the 100% of the games, especially I remember this happening with another episode, Ultra Despair Girls, was that it was so much fun to get the 100%. Like, after you had finished the game, going through everything and trying to get the achievements, even with a guide, was a lot of fun. And I want to revive that. I want to go back to them. They're very Japanese games, which honestly I don't mind, but I don't know if I know that it's not for everyone, but it definitely is for me. So I do want to play it and share it with other people who might be for them as well. See, I should destroy these guys with a laser, but I don't really. Okay, should we go back? Yeah, let's go shop. Yeah, and the Danganronpa games are probably my favorite games ever. If I had to choose one, probably choose one of those. Maybe Danganronpa 2, which I remember very fondly. I remember Danganronpa 3 very well as well. Like, very fondly, I mean. Not very well, because my memory sucks, but I remember it like it was a really fun experience, which makes it a lot more regrettable that I sort of just stopped playing. I didn't really want to stop. I wanted to see what was going on. I even went through quite a few chapters. I don't remember the like the culprits to the cases and stuff like that. I don't, but that's even better if I don't, because I want to replay them. I have notes. I remember I used to have my notepad out, and I would write down who the victim is, who the killer could be, and like I would sort of write out all the names of the characters, and I would think who I thought could be the killer, stuff like that. And that was a lot of fun. But it's always pretty bullshitty, like how like the actual nature of the crime you can't really tell until they confess. Sometimes, most times I would say. So it's not like you can actually figure everything out, but it's cool to sort of play that game of trying to see what you can find out. I like that. We can take this. Oh. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Maybe that's the only question I have, like, in my mind. I know that replaying Danganronpa is fun for me, but I wonder if it's as fun considering I already know who the killers are. And like the main mystery of the game I know clearly, and I think many people do, but it's just cool to replay games, even if they're just like really story based, like Danganronpa. I don't know, I feel like I want to do it. I feel like it can be fun for people who don't know. Of course I'm not gonna spoil the game when I play it, so people can enjoy it. Hopefully there's people who want to see that. I would. I definitely watch videos of games I've already finished, or games that I haven't played in a long time, so yeah. If that sounds like something that's interesting, stay tuned. So we might do that. Nice. This is always... No, this can give other stuff, right? No, it doesn't. Okay. Mausoleum 1, just go. But yeah. Basically. Oh, I like this. I really like this. If we could get Super Meat Boy going, that would be really nice. We just need to get a single health up. So we can upgrade this guy. Boss is here. Oh, I don't know if we love this. I think Libra in general, I don't love. That's fine. Yeah, this guy's laser is so much stronger than mine. And I can't go in this room because there was a boss here. That's so dumb. Has to be a known bug. I don't know why. They don't fix that. That's fine. Shall we just go? If we can get some health, that'd be nice. I want to see... Yeah, I want to try to get some health somehow. See if we can do it. Because I'm not feeling too strong right now. Paralysis. Cool, cool. I like this. I really do. Let me do this first. There we go. Oh man. The laser is pretty cool. Did I? Nice. Yeah, this guy destroys mom. None in particular. Nice. I can get my meat boy over that. Shall we? I don't know if I have delirium. I think I do already. Yeah, it's only this true ending and greed. And dude, like, speaking of disappointments, it's not the same thing as the reason I'm disappointed about Neurodiver, but like, oh my god, how can I even dodge that? Oh, let's do this. We have this guy now. Dude, I've been reading Baki for the longest time. Like, I read through the first maybe 3 main series, and now I'm reading Baki Do, the second one. The one with the sumo guy. And I think maybe in all of the series, it's just build up, build up, build up. And it's wonderful, and it's really well done, and it's really, the art is amazing, the story is great, the characters, everything I love. But then they always mess up in the climax. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know if anyone has the same experience as I do, but it's like, it's so frustrating to me. Like the whole thing with the famous, the famous swordsman, which they bring back. I'm not gonna say too much. It's so cool. You're like, yeah, it's gonna go down, and the final thing that happens in the final fight is just like, why, dude? Why is this like this? Like, it's cool as an ending to the character because it needed to happen somehow. But no, it was just terrible. Because it's a manga about fighting, and the resolutions are not great to the fights. Well, just to the intermediate fights, like every fight that like the Yakuza guy is involved is awesome. Like everyone's always friggin' destroyed. But what happened was with let's just shop. Okay. I guess I could do this in case I get a devil deal. Yeah, but the final fights, like the one with oh my god, what's his name? His father, I forget his name. Usually I don't forget I don't forget everything much like I do here when I'm recording. I don't know if it's because I'm focusing on many things, but I'm thinking about Hamma Yujiro, his dad. He's an amazing character. Like, he's not a good person, of course, he's just a great character. And the whole build-up in maybe the second Baki manga is like about their fight, and even part of their fight is amazing, but then the conclusion is like, why? Like, where's my conclusion? It's like the guy doesn't know how to write good endings, and that's really, really annoying. I still like it, and I'm still gonna keep reading it. And the sumo one is it's looking to be pretty cool. The guy is like absurdly strong, of course, and it's comically like impossible what he can do, but yeah, it's a wonderful series. I would recommend it. But if you compare it to a series like JoJo's, which is a series that it's often compared to, even though it's not that similar, it's like they really know how to make an ending, and you can really tell. And most manga, I read a lot of manga, and most manga I really liked is usually manga that has a great conclusion, even though it's not the most important part for me. Like I still, like there's a reason I still really enjoy Baki, even though the endings leave like much to be desired. It's because of the whole thing, the whole experience is wonderful. But yeah, it's just disappointing to me that it just ends that way, and then there's nothing you can really do about it. And I've seen people complain like in the comments and stuff, but I don't know, I don't really pay much attention to what people say, because people say whatever. But it's just my opinion that the way they end series in that series is they end like titles in that series is bad, to say the least. I don't appreciate it. Maybe if you read in Japanese instead of translated like I do, like you can get to see stuff that you miss out on a little bit if you're there in a translation. But I don't think so. I think it's just bad decisions that the author has made, which is a bit unfortunate. Okay, more health. If only this was the final floor, but it's not. But we should be fine. There's no reason for us to lose this. Oh, let's see if we can find her. Yep. No way you can give us something. Nice. Oh, the worst item. Bruh. He's attacking him, right? Yeah. Okay, we can get health. We could use it for a meat boy. Doesn't really make sense. Cool. So yeah, that's my rant for today. I don't know what's going on, but I'll keep reading that. Hopefully it's better. It gets better and he learns about it. But it has so many cool moments that I just because of the moments that it has, I would recommend the whole series. But yeah, there's some disappointment in there that I can't really shake off. Well, that's fine. I mean, I don't expect like series and art in general to be perfect, much less like not even close to that. But I think it still makes sense to be a bit disappointed. As I said, still I recommend it. I'm thinking about JoJo, man. That made me really think I really need to get back to reading the manga. Because I read through, I think it was at part... In the manga, I think it was in part 3, not even part 4. And the anime, I watched almost all of the last part. I forget which part it is. It was Stone Ocean. I forget the number. But I started watching it with my brother, which is wonderful. I mean, I love watching anime with him. The problem is that he falls asleep. So and he lives far away now. Not far away, but he lives somewhere else, so it's hard to find the time. And for him not to fall asleep. Oh. Hello. Okay, so I got one with the soul, and now I have another one. Pretty cool. Let's see if we can get this done. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading the manga. I think I really enjoy the anime of JoJo, but the manga has something special that I really like as well. It's a weird manga. It's also something that's not for everyone. But I would recommend it to pretty much anyone who's into that world of is like curious about JoJo. It's just, if you're into weird stuff, you'll like this. But it doesn't make sense for me to recommend that because it's something that everyone knows basically at this point. Like, if you don't know what JoJo is, then I don't know what you're doing here, but that's cool. I mean, I think many people would be jealous of you because they want to experience their favorite series for the first time again, right? I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's definitely one I really like. It's hard to know which one would be my favorite, honestly. Maybe Haikyuu? I've been talking about it recently. Such a wonderful series. Still waiting for a good Haikyuu game someday. Honestly, I have played volleyball games before, but I don't know how you can make a good one. No idea. Anyway, we're done. Enough yapping. It took a while, but we got there. Absolutely no reason to go down there. Adoption papers. Okay, adoption papers has to deal with familiars, right? But yeah, we still haven't found the wonderful metronome, which is one of the best items in the game, of course. Oh, we will soon. Next time we're gonna do some more characters, try and do some completion marks, and that's it. That's it for me. I'll see you soon, and have a good one. Bye bye.